You ever sit down to study, open your notebook, and your brain is like, bro, I'm out. Good luck. Okay? You're reading the same sentence again and again. Your eyes are moving, but nothing is entering your head. Okay? It feels like someone unplugged your brain while you were sleeping. And the worst part, everyone around you looks normal. They're focused, they're listening. Meanwhile, you're sitting there mentally running on percent battery. Can it? But here's the truth nobody tells you, right? You can switch your brain on fast. Even on days when you feel tired, unmotivated, or mentally done with everything. And today, I'll walk you through the exact tricks that help me think faster. Even when my brain felt half asleep, let's get into it. So first, let's clarify something. Slow thinking doesn't mean you're stupid. Most of the time, your brain is just overwhelmed. Maybe you slept late. Maybe you slept late. Maybe you're stressed about school, family, or money. Yeah. Maybe you've just been scrolling for hours and your brain is still stuck in TikTok mode. And when your brain is tired, it goes into survival mode. It stops processing things deeply. It stops paying attention. It stops caring. That's the fog. That's why everything feels slow. But the great thing is, you can pull yourself out of that state way faster than you think. And the first trick is one I use almost every single day. You know how your phone acts slow when it's overheating? Your brain does the same thing. Okay, so here's what I do as soon as I feel mentally stuck. Stand up, raise your arms. Yeah. Take one deep breath in, hold it for a second, and exhale slowly. That small movement sends fresh oxygen to your brain. Your heart beats a little faster. Your nervous system wakes up. Your mind sharpens. This takes literally seconds, but the effect lasts long enough for you to start thinking again. Whenever I'm sitting in class staring at the board like a confused potato, I use this. Like whenever I'm studying and my mind starts drifting, I use this. Try it. Okay, it's the easiest brain on switch you'll ever use. But let's say your body wakes up and your brain still refuses to cooperate. Then move to the next trick. This one saved me in college. Okay. Whenever my brain was slow, I never said, I'm studying for 1 hour. My brain would shut down instantly. Instead, I said, I'll do 5 minutes. 5 minutes is tiny, small enough that your brain doesn't panic, small enough that you can start even when you're exhausted. And something magical happens when you start. Your brain wakes up, momentum kicks in, your focus slowly returns. Think of your brain like a cold engine. It doesn't start by flooring the gas, it starts by turning the key. 5 minutes is the key. Sometimes I stopped after 5 minutes, and honestly, that's fine, because even doing a little is better than doing nothing. But most days, those 5 minutes turned into 30, sometimes into an hour, not because I forced myself, but because once your brain warms up, it wants to keep going. If you struggle with slow mornings or slow thinking after school, use this 5 minutes. Okay, that's all you need to activate the engine. Now, here's where things get interesting. This one sounds too simple, but it works insanely well. When your brain feels slow, don't ask it to understand a whole chapter. Don't ask it to solve a big problem. Instead, ask one tiny question. What's the point of this? Or, you know, what's the one thing I need to learn here? Your brain loves answering questions. It wakes up instantly. Okay? Suddenly, instead of forcing information into your head, your brain is looking for answers. And that flips the switch from passive thinking to active thinking. And active thinking is always faster. I do this in boring classes. I do this when I'm reading something complicated. I do this when I'm mentally dead, but I still need to function. Try it next time. Ask a tiny question. Okay, your brain will respond. But what if your brain feels slow, not because you're tired, but because you're stressed? That's where the next trick comes in. Your brain can't think fast if it's juggling 10 things at once. Homework, deadlines, personal problems, overthinking, self-doubt, random drama. All of that sits in the background like too many tabs open on your laptop. Okay, so here's what I do. Take one blank page and write down every thought in your head. See, don't organize it. Don't make it neat. Just dump it out. Things you're worried about. 'Kay, things you need to do, things you're avoiding, even stupid things like, why did I say that earlier? 'Kay, write it all. This clears mental space instantly. It's like closing background apps. And once you do that, your brain suddenly feels lighter, quicker, more focused. I swear, sometimes you don't need motivation. You just need a little silence inside your mind. Now let's hit one of my favorite tricks. Okay? If your brain feels asleep, give it a physical shock. Not a big one, just something small. Cold water on your face, stepping outside for fresh air, playing one energetic song for 30 seconds, opening your window, walking around your room. Your brain reacts to sensory changes instantly. It's biology. Your senses influence your attention. When your environment shifts, your brain wakes up. That's why going outside clears your mind. That's why fresh air makes you feel more alive. That's why music can instantly change your energy. Use this whenever you're stuck. Small changes, big mental resets. Okay, but now let's talk about the long-term fix. Thinking fast in the morning starts the night before. Okay, your brain is slow in the morning because you slept too late, you scrolled too long, your room was messy. Okay, you woke up stressed. You had no idea what you were doing today. So here's the routine that actually fixes that. Spend minutes at night doing three things. You clear your desk. R. Decide what you'll study tomorrow. San. Put your phone away before you sleep. That's it. Clear space, clear mind. Plan tomorrow. Instant direction. Less phone time. Deeper sleep. You wake up with fewer decisions. Fewer distractions. Less chaos. Your mind feels fresh instead of foggy. Okay? You don't waste the morning trying to figure out what to do. Your brain is already ahead. This is how you build fast thinking as your default state, not by chasing motivation, okay? But by preparing your brain to function at its best. Look, your brain isn't slow. It's just tired, overloaded, or running in the wrong habits. But the minute you flip even one of these switches, everything changes. Wake up your body, start with 5 minutes. Ask tiny questions, clear the noise in your head, give your senses a jolt, set yourself up the night before. Do one of these tonight, seriously test it, okay? And then tell me in the comments which one hit you the hardest. I actually read all of them. And hey, if this video helped you even a little, make sure you subscribe. Don't just click away and forget join the channel so you don't miss the next upgrade. Okay? We're building a community of students who want to think faster, focus better, and level up their lives. And I want you in it. All right? I'll see you in the next one. Let's grow together